Welcome to The Explainer, where today we're talking about one of the most jaw-dropping results in recent memory, Spain's historic 6-0 demolition of Turkey in the World Cup qualifiers. Just wow.
All right, let's get right into it. On paper, this was supposed to be the big one, right? The sources were all saying this was Spain's toughest test. A fiery away match in Konya, a battle for the top of the group. But what actually happened on the pitch? Well, it was a totally different story. And I mean totally different.
To really get why this 6-0 scoreline is so insane, you gotta understand the buildup. The tension before this match was real. There was a ton on the line.
So the narrative everyone was buying into was this epic showdown. You had Spain riding this insane 26-match unbeaten streak. Then you had Turkey, counting on that wild home crowd in Konya and their superstar, Arda Güler, to pull off an upset. It was being hyped as this clash of titans, Güler versus Lamine Yamal, a battle for the future and for control of the group.
But, from the very first whistle, Spain didn't just show up to play. They unleashed an absolute storm. And Turkey, well, they had no idea what hit them.
And just look at this timeline. It's unreal. It wasn't just that they scored 6 goals. It was how they did it. It was like waves crashing down. Pedri opens it up early, then Merino doubles it. Then he gets another one right before the half, 3-0. And you think, okay, maybe they'll ease off. Nope. 3 more goals and a crazy 9-minute blitz after the break. They just completely, utterly dismantled them.
And listen, this wasn't some fluke. This was intentional. You can hear it right from the man himself, Pedri. They walked into what was supposed to be a hostile, difficult game with one plan: dominate. And boy, did they execute.
But even with all that incredible team play, there was one guy, one player who had a night he will probably never, ever forget. A truly career-defining performance. 3. Just 3. That's the number. A hat trick. From a midfielder, a guy who pretty much never scores hat tricks. This was Mikel Merino's night, plain and simple.
And you can tell this meant the world to him. This wasn't just another day at the office. In his own words, it was the first hat trick of his entire career. I mean, you can just feel how special that is from what he said. His teammates are joking with him, signing the ball. It's this awesome personal moment right in the middle of this huge team win.
So the big question is, how? How does a team do this? Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was this perfect storm, really. You had individual stars shining, incredible teamwork, and a game plan that was just flawless.
And seriously, everyone stepped up. Yeah, Merino gets the hat trick, which is amazing. Pedri bags 2 goals, but check this out. The captain, Mikel Oyarzabal, he didn't score a single goal, but he had 3 assists. He was the puppet master, the selfless engine making that whole attack tick. That's teamwork.
That second goal in particular was just pure Spain. The sources called it a dazzling move, and that's the perfect word for it. Just this beautiful web of quick, intricate passes that tore the defense apart. It was like a throwback, Classic tiki-taka at its absolute best. So when you put it all together, what do you get? Total annihilation. You've got the unselfish play, the tactical genius, and a bench so deep it's ridiculous. I mean, think about this for a second. Rodri and Ferran Torres, world-class players, were just sitting on the bench to start this game. And get this, the sources are saying that 6-0 was actually kind to Turkey. It could have easily been 8 or 9. That's just scary.
So after a performance like that, so dominant, so ruthless, especially in an away game, it leaves you with one massive question. A question that I guarantee every single football fan is asking right now.
Because make no mistake, this one result is sending shockwaves everywhere. This isn't just about qualifying anymore. The conversation has completely changed. Now, people are looking at Spain and saying, wait a minute, are these guys the team to beat for the World Cup? And when you actually look at the facts, it's hard to argue. The sources are calling them clear favorites for 2026. Why? Well, you've got this super young, super talented core. We're talking about Pedri, Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams. The depth is just insane. Remember, Gavi, one of their best players, wasn't even playing. This isn't just a team hitting a hot streak. This feels different. This feels like the start of a potential dynasty. So at the end of the day, that 6-0 scoreline, it was so much more than just a win. It was a massive statement to the entire world, a sign that we might be watching the birth of the next great Spanish team, a frighteningly dominant one. And it leaves us with this final thought. Is this the start of a new dynasty? Are we about to enter another golden era for Spain?